off this morning. What I'm contemplating right now is, we've got this piece, and it's got a slight wrinkle in it. And I'm thinking, geez, if I could have pulled that back, but I'm looking at this, and what have I got here? I've got a wrinkle, and I got no hog ring holes back here.
Factory wrinkle.
And I got wrinkles here, and I got no hog ring holes. They must have felt that it was good enough to do it that way. I'm kind of thinking, geez, it's too bad while I'm inside there that I can't put just a little bit of pressure pulling that and clipping it to someplace and get rid of this. And I'm just going to take a quick look and see, because I'm not opposed to approving on GMs if I can, but I see why they didn't, because
there's no place.
There's nothing to hook to. So that's why they had wrinkles there, and that's why we've got wrinkles there. Is because there's no way to pull that tight and attach it to anything. Put your finger on. And because I'm getting paid by the hour, I'm going to put a second one in just for good measure. I am going to undo this one and make sure that I pull that as tight as I could have.
Exactly with armor all. Which direction? And then just stop using it. And it makes it strange noises.
If Dave wants to know why there's wrinkles there, you can all stand by me that, hey, look at your
Old age.
And remember, said we want to tuck these in, just like the factory did. There you go. Right where that finger is. Right through the finger. Now's when you scream.
You attached?
Yeah. One with the
Got to undo them. We didn't check our wire. When we were doing all this, our wire slid in one direction, which means we're not pulling evenly, which means he's going to have another piercing. Okay, I think rather than carrying it around, if anyone wants to come up and take a look at it, any minor things as the vinyl cools down, actually it's a good thing to do it as hot as you can stand it. I wouldn't do it this hot.
That's right.
Yeah. But by doing it now, and when this hits, again, 60 degrees or so, that's going to start tightening up. The other thing is, if you got slight little wrinkles here or there, once this goes through a few cycles of humid weather, drying out, that fabric on back will start to tighten, and that will start to draw out any imperfections. Is this one perfect? No, I can see a few little things about it, but I do think this section here is starting to look better, and I think once he drives in it a little bit, that's going to look good. It's got the nice fullness. It's got the rounded effect it's supposed to have here. We got this seam straight. This part up here looks nice. He'll have to put his own seat bumpers in. So if people want to, if you got any questions first of all that I can answer, like I said, I'm not an expert on upholstery.
Yeah, you are.
But I think you can see, I think you can see that, you know, even with the tension of 300 people watching you, and I never exaggerate, you can probably do a pretty darn decent job. And the main thing is to remember that a couple weeks of cycles, and it's going to tighten up even more. Okay? So, any questions about this or about upholstery in general?
Do you sell your notes?
The note, it does come with instructions.
No, I mean on your computer.
Oh, the photos?
Just,
I suppose I could put them online for people that don't have an original. That might be. Yeah. Now, because I know those, I got that from the original owner in '72.
We're willing to pay.
put them all on a DVD or a CD disc and say,
Other questions? Anyone?
yeah.
After it's taken a set, a couple, 3 weeks, when you see something you're not happy with it, would you suggest gently using an air dryer on it? Apply a little heat?
Yeah, either that or myself. I always find it safer to just set it out on a good hot sunny day. Again, the vinyl takes a while to react to the heat gun. And then by the time you say, okay, it's hot enough, no, it's too hot. Yeah, so then you start to lose your grain and it starts looking shiny.
I'd rather waste time than do damage.
Yeah. Yeah. And generally 3 or 4 weeks, if it hasn't gotten to your satisfaction, the chances are it probably isn't going to by then. But if you can, like, you know, if it has gotten humid and it has then gotten dried out, that will all start to take shape.
I take it that a lot of what you showed us also applies to the seat back.
The upright is basically the same.
Techniques.
The back seats are a cake.
Yeah.
They're beautiful to do. The bucket seats are the hardest of the upholstery. Even the bench seats are easier.
We have instructions with the bench sheets too.
With
The truck bench sheets, you have instructions with them too.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
But the truck seats are pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, the truck seats use a combination of hog ring clips, and they also have a little springy clip that's kind of springy like this, and you pop it over the vinyl and the wire, and then it pops back. And we do have those in case you lose those. Same thing with those. If you're doing them in a garage with other cars, those things have a tendency to take off too. Much more than the hog rings. So if you're popping those off, cover them with your hand or they're going to be flying all over the place. Anything else?
How would you locate your bumpers? The bumpers, how would you locate it?
I generally go back and feel where the hole is.
Or the old, or can you feel
Yeah.
the hole?
Feel where the hole is, punch it, and then put it back in.
Use the old cover? Maybe?
You can use the old cover to get you in the right location. You still got your other bucket seat. I suppose probably what we should have done while we were pulling that back, do it, but I don't like to do that in case I then pull it. I mean, we got enough space for that bumper that we would probably cover the hole. I'm always petrified when I have to do holes. That's why I always like to leave my holes till last.
You don't want it in the wrong spot.
Yep, that's for sure.
Cutting it, it's still too short.
So,
Maybe you can do your little trick thing that you learned on the
yeah, I like that.
screw in a screw with the head cut off of it, or you know something, just a little nubbin or something to stick up, and then just tap and it'll pop through. Then you unscrew the.
Hey, even the if while this was off there, you could have taken the Phillips head screw. You just probably screwed that
Yeah.
in the hole. I don't know if it stick out the back.
It's right here.
Just hurt it. So yeah, and then that might give you just enough of you can just barely see that nipple and know right where that's going to be. And the Phillips head's got a roundedness to it, so it wouldn't puncture unless you told it to puncture.
Yeah, no,
That'd be a good tip.
another good idea.
There's 4 things you got to do.
And I've got to write it down as soon as I get back to the room. Yeah.
Normally, how stretched are the walls to squish them on?
How stretched are the?
Are the walls? You know, they always stretch when they start to screw them. They'll be great. That's how you were able to feel it through the line.
Right.
Okay. Should anybody do anything with that where they put the line? You don't want the wall stripped out. In the past, because I worked with metal, I always push the trailer down some before I go right through it.
But there's already a hole there.
What I'm saying is if it's pulled too much, it's still crank out and whatever. It's actually strip the wall.
As you're hitting it.
No, when you go to put the bumper back in,
Yeah.
the screw will pull the rest of the crater up. So would you suggest folding it down a little bit before you put the fresh screw in it?
I've never had a problem with that.
Exactly. Sooner or later, somebody will run
So you're saying just check to make sure that the old screw wasn't over tight and you figure it out. Okay.
Great job.
That's basically
Good job, Cal.
Even the dog likes it.